Alright, welcome back. This is another podcast of Talk with Griffin podcast on YouTube, and another one that I come on here and talk about my three sports teams with the Panthers, Appalachian State Mountaineer football, and UNC Tar Heel basketball. So today I'll be starting off with the Carolina Panthers win against the Atlanta Falcons and how I'm feeling about the season and how I think that the Panthers can do with the rest of their schedule and see how they perform and just have my opinions on what happened this week. So I'm going to start off with talking about how Bryce Young ended up coming out and balling out, having 448 passing yards with 3 touchdowns with 0 interceptions. Seems like whenever he plays the Atlanta Falcons, he turns into a prom Tom Brady, prom game man, and good quarterbacks that are really good at really good. Because if we can have if the Panthers have a consistent Bryce Young every year or every week, it's going to be scary for the season if anybody has to play him. But unfortunately, we only get to see it 2 or 3 times out of the year with Bryce. So we'll see how that goes. You have Rico Dowdle. He didn't really play good against the Falcons because they have a really good defensive line, really good linebackers to be able to stop the running game. Bryce on 4th down twice got stopped because defensive line got through the offensive line to get back there to him and made him he tripped on one. But either way, I don't think he really got the first down on either one because they were all locked down on. And then you have Drew Hubbard coming in. He had like I think 6 carries for like 20 yards compared to Rico who had like 12 carries for 40 and about 60 or 40 yards, 100 total yards completely. Um, then you have Tedward McMillan at 130 yards for 2 touchdowns. And then you had Xavier Leggett with 84 yards and a touchdown too. So it's really good seeing Leggett play as good as he has been playing for the past couple of weeks because it's, you know, surprising to see how he plays when he's not dropping the ball and when he's actually able to play on himself and be able to prove everybody wrong. It's good seeing him do that and play like he's what he was called for in South Carolina. Our defense played okay in the second, played better in the second half. The first half let Bijan Robinson and Drake London take over the game. Guess getting lucky that Michael Penix kind of got hurt might have helped them win the game a little bit with Kirk Cousins coming in. They didn't know if they have any really any play calls with him because they were running the ball and getting incomplete passes left and right. So it's not like the Panthers had an easy time, but they pulled it out and won the game, so I can't really complain much about how that game went. But I'm very interested to see what they do this week when they play the 49ers on Monday Night Football in San Francisco. Bryce can have another game that he did last week. We should be okay. But the 49 defense is really good, and also having Brock Purdy, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, and all of them being healthy is going to be a tough matchup to play against. But that's all I have for the Panthers. I'm going to move on to the football team for Appalachian State Mountaineers. Last week they played James Madison on 58-10. They had AJ Swan in for literally the whole entire game until the last drive where he had, I think, thrown like 4 for like 20, like barely over 100 yards and an interception. Or I don't even think he had over 50 yards actually. I'm not even sure. And an interception. And then put J.J. Cole in one play, boom, 6 for 8, 60 yards, touchdown. I mean, those right there, that it's AJ Swan that's the issue in that circumstance. But I'm not the coach, so I'm not going to say, hey, this is what he should do and this is what he shouldn't do, who starts and who doesn't. But I think that if Appalachian's going to be smart, we gotta go with the way that it actually goes. So having him play over AJ is the best smart idea. We have to bring in. We stopped using him as much. He was top 5 in the nation in the first 3 weeks. The first 3 weeks of the season, he was top 5 or top 3 in the nation with rushing yards. And we stopped using him to a content. And then now we are more reliable when JJ Cole's on. He's more reliable in the pass game, so I can't really say much about that. Um, with with that being said, um, defense has let up 58 points this game. That was pretty bad, not gonna lie. Then just the bad game in general. First part of the game, they threw an interception. Face the game in the back. Touchdown, another interception. It just wasn't one of the good nights for Appalachian State. But now we have Marshall tomorrow. Hopefully, I think JJ Cole starting that game. But hopefully we'll see if we can win. Hopefully win out so we can make a bowl game. That's what I'm hoping for. And then also, I'm gonna go to the North Carolina Tar Heels basketball. I'm feeling really happy with them. They're 5-0, but if you think about the schedule that they've really played, they've only played one good team in that season. That's Kansas. They ended up winning that game by more than double digits. So I was pretty excited because we were on a 5-game losing streak to them. So that home court advantage really does matter in circumstances. But almost losing it, only being Navy by like 15 or 13 or probably less than that, something like that isn't really that great. Um, and then I'm really enjoying Ty Evans and his assists and his playmaking. With Cicero being hurt with the thing in the palm of his arm and breaking a bone in his arm, it's really confident seeing how our defense is playing without him. So it's showing that they're allowing a lot of points over and over. I'm enjoying watching Caleb Wilson, the freshman, come in playing as good as he is, averaging a double. It seems like having 20 points almost a game and then having 10 rebounds or 11 rebounds, having the ball out. Him and Vensar having past 3 games, having double doubles, having a really good transfer. That's when Caleb Wilson that we would be missing out when Van Allen would transfer to state. We all knew that we were missing out when he's transferred out anyway, or it didn't really help us in any circumstances anyway. So it's not like I'm mad that he left and he's trying to go big and bad at state. I'm not worried about him. But the thing is, the state's playing really well right now. They had their Darren Williams transfer from who was it? Texas Tech balling out. Not gonna lie, he's balling out. Really excited to see what the Tar Heels do this year. See if they can make a deep run with the teams that they play. I think they play Michigan State coming up real soon. See how they play during that. It's gonna be an interesting matchup and stuff. But I think that's all I'm gonna do for now with all the teams that I've talked about. But I'm really excited for the next upcoming games. Hopefully the Panthers can win this Monday. Hopefully the Royals win against whoever they play next and whoever and hope Packers wins on Saturday. That should be good. Peace.